Hey, this is Mike. Thank you so much for choosing this video. I am in Whiteville, North Carolina, visiting Vann, Underwood, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and I'm checking out a 2016 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited in the Backcountry Special Edition trim level. So this is probably my favorite special edition for the Jeep Wrangler, and you will see how awesome it is. It has really neat bumpers, wheels, seats, interior gauges, all kinds of cool stuff. So let's go ahead and check it out. It has a really neat satin black 17-inch alloy wheel, and with the granite exterior color, really looks good with that. And it also has the BF Goodrich all-terrain tires, which a lot of people say that these are the best all-terrain tires you can get. So I have to take their word for it. And check out this decal. You've got some red stripes there and a little Jeep riding on the stripes, which is pretty neat. And overall, it's kind of hard to see with the gray, but there's like this splatter, this mud splatter around. It kind of blends into the gray color. Maybe I can show you on another vehicle, but that's pretty cool. And then here on the side, you have a rock rail right in here. That's what's called a rock rail. And it's a really strong, heavy-duty metal piece that protects the vehicle from rocks and debris and stuff that would, protrude up and hit the side of the sheet metal there. So this protects that. You see it has the privacy glass, the matching hardtop, Freedom Top 3-piece. One of the things that really got my attention with the Backcountry Special Edition is the different bumper here on the front. Really awesome looking to me. And then you can see it has the kind of a swoop up there on the sides, helping out with the approach angle. And then you have some heavy duty tow hooks at the very bottom. It's a really good thickness on the steel. So this is what the key looks like. Key's not much different. It's the same thing as the other Jeep Wranglers. You have the lock and unlock button there, the panic button, and just a traditional type key. So let's go ahead and check it out on the inside, starting here on the passenger side. So you basically have this really shiny gloss black accent here in the door, and a stitched soft to the touch handle right here, and a little bit of a grip here on the handle. You have a net pocket, so it kind of keeps things secure while you're hitting bumps and stuff. If you put anything in there, there's your threshold. Manual adjustments on the seats, of course, with all Wranglers. Plenty of leg room, and there's the seat all the way back. You can see it has part of the package of the Backcountry is these slush mats that fit in there perfectly, and they snap in position, and they have that tire tread. The seats are a combination of leather and a cloth mesh here in the center, which kind of gives you a little bit of a texture feel when you're sitting in the seat so you don't slide around too much. You also have some French stitching design here on the side. Some more gloss accents around the bezel for the vent, plus here on the handle. Glove compartment is same size as all Wranglers. It's lockable as well. Let's take a look here in the back door. So you have the same gloss black there, net pocket at the bottom, and you have a one-piece slush mat that goes all the way across. And I really like the way they have the tire tread there going across with the Jeep name. That just really looks cool to me. Then you have your power window switches here in the center, cup holders here in the center as well. Now these seats will fold down in case you need some more cargo space. But before I show you that, I'm going to show you the speakers here in the roll bars, and then you have center dome light, and you have another light back there. But these seats, all you have to do is pull that and push it down, and the actual headrest will kind of fold up as you push it down, and you can lay it flat. Now that's with the front seat all the way back. So this is, even with the front seat all the way back, you can still fold the seat down. So this would give you an extension of the cargo space, which is back here. So just in case you need a, you know, combination of cargo and passenger space. You can see you still have a passenger on that side, or you can have one on this side, and you can fold one seat down on the other and, you know, get the space you need. Taking a look here in the back, you can see the privacy glass, but have some more accents here, the red accents, and look at it, has a little Jeep riding uphill this time. That's pretty neat. But check out this back bumper. You have like a combination of a step here with a tube protecting the step. Really stands out, gets your attention. And there's your spare tire here on the back, and you can see all the actual rims have this little Jeep emblem in them. It's like an old school Jeep. So opening up the back, this swings out like so, and you see the privacy glass. This lifts up, and with the hard top, it really helps out with accessing your cargo space. The soft top, you know, you have to unzip it and get out of your way. This, you just lift it up, and right there, bam, you've got all this space. Even with all the seats up and using the seats, you still have a lot of space in the Unlimited for sure. You also have a 12-volt power supply back here. You have some tie downs here and here and there, and you have a subwoofer. Now this one has the premium Alpine sound system with the subwoofer, and the subwoofer, it says all weather, so I'm assuming that you can drive around in the rain with the tops off, and rain and water will not hurt this subwoofer. So that's what I'm assuming. I don't know for sure, but it's looks like a sealed box right here with the subwoofer and the amplifier in there, I'm sure. So this would normally be like a little cargo pocket, but now it's been replaced by the subwoofer when you get the premium Alpine sound system. Also, you have a place to put your door hinges and your roof bolts right here and here when you take the doors off and take the top off, so you don't actually lose your bolts. So that's pretty cool. Also, this lifts up, and this is where you can find your jack and tools for changing your spare tire. So you're probably asking yourself, what's in this box and bag? Well, here in the bag is another bag, and it basically is designed to hold your top two panels. The top two panels here in the front, they come off individually, and from the actual rear of the hardtop. So right in here, you have a seam right in here, and you can actually take these front two panels off and leave the back on, and you can place them in this bag. And now it's kind of like a felt line on the inside, and with a divider. And then once you get them in there, you can strap them to the back seat. So you can strap them right here to this back seat, so that way it doesn't take up much room. It's not like it's going to cover up your subwoofer and all that stuff. You just strap them to the back of the seat and you're ready to go. So I like the way they have that place to put stuff. Now this is a toolkit. Now I don't know what's in there. I'm going to leave it sealed for the new owner, but this is a toolkit that comes with the Backcountry edition. Now I keep mentioning the privacy glass. Let me just show you what it looks like from the inside. From the outside in, you can see it stops people from looking in and the sun from shining on you. And from the inside and out, you can see really good. So this really helps out with, you know, your eyes not squinting from the sun and just people kind of, you know, looking at you or whatever. So when you have the tailgate open, right in here is one of those grip surfaces. So if you need to step up there and get in the vehicle or whatever, you can step up on that place. You also have your trailer hitch down here, which has a 4-way outlet for plugging in your trailer. So the Backcountry, like the Sahara, has the matching painted fenders. And here's your fuel door. And it may seem kind of, you know, silly or whatever, but the fuel door is a, you know, metal fuel door that has a little opening, which is a little bit different from the other models. But check this out. If you were to undo the cap and just let it dangle here, it over time is going to scratch your fender. Now on a Sport or one that's not painted, it's not a really big deal because it's more durable surface. But I think if you were to just go like this and put the cap on this side, it only touches the outside of this cap, this door I mean. So this might be a solution for that. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't really have a clear place to hang it out of the way. So one or the other is have to be used. So let me know what you think about that, as far as, you know, protecting your prized possession. Starting the vehicle is extremely traditional here. You just put the key in and turn it. So to open the hood, there's no latch underneath the floorboard. You just basically undo these like so. And then the hood will come up, and it comes up, and there's a little catch right here, kind of the safety catch. You just reach in and move it to the right, and you can lift it up. And check it out, it has that satin black Jeep emblem right there in the center, and then also the little accents around the grille. It's looking pretty cool. So here's your engine. It's a V6. You can see it's covered up with plastic, but underneath this big plastic cover is a 3.6 liter V8 V6, and it has 285 horsepower. So it does require a prop to hold up the hood, but basically it's just like the Sahara and all the other Jeep Wranglers under here. So as far as the package goes, no difference. So let's take a look here on the driver's side doors. Just like the other side, you have the gloss black accents there, pocket there in the door. It's identical, the same amount of buttons and everything. It's just kind of a mirror of the other side. Now there's manual adjustments on the driver's seat, but it has the addition of the up and down handle here. So you can kind of move the seat up and down using this handle and get in position. There's your floorboard. So let's go ahead and take a look here on the inside from the driver's seat. So let's go ahead and start here on the steering wheel. But before we do that, let's look at the window sticker. So we can see, you can use the pause button to get all the details, hopefully, that you need. And I'll also put this information in the description of the video, just in case you need that as well. So the steering column is a tilt steering column. You can move it up and down pretty good ways, and you lock it in place with this little handle. So check it out, you have that kind of a piano black, gloss black accent around the steering wheel as well. You have your cruise control here on the right, and your Bluetooth controls here on the left. And these buttons right here correspond with this little screen right here, which we'll get into in just a minute. Windshield wipers are controlled there on the right. So here on the left we have your turn signal, but it's also your headlight controls. And so right, you can see it has an off position, parking lights, headlights, and automatic. So that's pretty cool. Now if you want to turn on your fog lights, you just pull this out, and then your fog lights will turn on. And you have a little indicator there showing you that your fog lights are on or off. So right here is your gauges, and check it out. It has this really neat design here on the right that matches the design on the side of the vehicle. And I don't think there is a little Jeep riding around in those lines. If there is, it would have to be microscopic, but it still has that same design as on the outside, which is pretty neat. You have that kind of a gray, battleship gray background or something there, which is looking pretty cool. You have your engine coolant temperature there, RPMs, speedometer, and your fuel gauge. So right here in the center, let me turn the headlights off so we can see a little bit better. You have your digital speedometer. Now you can get different information using these buttons right here. So if I push the menu button, it's going to kind of cycle through average miles per gallon, miles to empty, how many miles you can drive before putting gas in it, tire pressure, and then you have a timer which you can reset, and more vehicle info. It can go into coolant temperature, oil life, oil pressure, transmission temperature. Can go all through all kinds of information there. And you can change it to, you know, kilometers per hour and stuff like that if you need to. Personal settings, this is your language and stuff like that. It scrolls to a digital compass and an outside temperature. And then it scrolls again to digital speedometer. So you can always get to the digital compass by pushing this button. It's kind of like a little shortcut. So right now it's showing the digital speedometer. I push this button and it goes to the digital compass and the outside temperature, of course. So that's pretty neat. So let's look over here. Here's the center stack. You can see it has a nice deep pocket right here on the top, so you can have a quick access place to put your gloves or whatever. Down here is your touchscreen radio. It does have a CD behind here, which will also play DVD style discs as well. And you have the voice recognition button here as well as on the steering wheel, so that way you can send and receive calls. You also have the phone button. Now the voice recognition will do more than just send and receive calls or send calls. You can use it to go to a certain radio station or go to different, there's lots of different commands. Basically you can do commands on your navigation and stuff like that. So right now we're in the radio screen. See AM, FM, satellite radio. You have some presets that you can show up here on the right as well if you want to see them. You also have the different media input. Now this one has a 40 gig hard drive, so you can actually put songs and music and actually pictures on the hard drive as well. So you have your hard drive, you have a disk, and you have an auxiliary input, which is there's nothing plugged in now. So you have, you know, quite a lot of different ways to play music through the sound system. Traditional volume knob right there, and over here you load button, but here's your menu button. This is where you can go in and check out different things. It also has travel link, which is really neat. Really like the fuel prices part of this, so you can, let's see here, let's cancel that. Well, once they set it up for the Sirius satellite radio, I guess it's hasn't been set up from the dealer yet, but you can actually see the fuel prices nearby, and you can sort it by distance and sort it by price and all that good stuff. So that's pretty neat. Let's go to audio. This is where you can kind of set up your bass and treble and stuff like that. And My Files, this is where you can manage your hard drive. So you have music, pictures, and you can see how much is on there. So it's actually 28 gigs available. So I guess this is a 30 gig hard drive. And right under here is a USB port, so that you can use that for putting files onto the hard drive, playing music, or charging a device. And there's your auxiliary input there. So there's some more gloss black accents there. So this is your power window controls for the front and rear. So you have the ability to turn off the power windows there on the back in case you have kids in the back. But let's go ahead, and these front two are automatics. Let's go ahead and roll this front one down so you can see how fast it is. Look at that. It's automatic down, but you still have to hold it to go back up. Down here's your climate control, fan speed, temperature, where you want the air to blow. Pretty simple there. Side mirrors are controlled here. You have heated seats here on the front, 2-stage, full blast or kind of low. Then you have your traction control. You can turn that off in case you need to spin tires. Downhill descent button, which it's kind of like a really slow speed cruise control, I guess, for off-road. It goes kind of crawls down the hill without sliding too fast. And then you have your four-way flashers, and this vehicle has a power inverter, 110 volt power inverter. You can turn that on and off here. I'll show you where it is in a second. And then your heated seat for your passenger side is right there. Now you have a 12 volt power supply with a battery, a key. The other one has a battery. The key means that when you turn off the ignition, it will actually turn that power supply off. You have a little net pocket down there, a little storage space, put some pens or whatever. There's your four-wheel drive controls here. There's your shifter. So the shifter, go ahead and put it in reverse, neutral, drive, and this one has a like an auto stick feature, so you can go up and down on the gears just by bumping it right and left. Now you'll know what gear you're in because it'll show you right here. See, I'm 1 and 2, and it won't go past 2 just sitting still. But if you accidentally bump it into a different gear, all you have to do is push it and hold it to the right, and it'll go back in drive. So that's not a big deal. Have a little storage pocket under here, parking brake, there's your cup holders, and it has a little Jeep symbol there in the center. It's pretty cool. Okay, so your power inverter is actually located right here, under here, and you can plug in a laptop or cell phone or something to charge it. Okay, so here's your center console armrest, and it's pretty soft. Has some stitching there on the sides, and it's big enough you can share it with the passenger. And it's a lockable center console, because if you have the top off and the doors off or whatever, they have different places to, you know, keep your stuff secure basically. And that is your, in this particular case, it's the glove compartment and the center console. Okay, so this lifts up, and it's a 2-stage. You can see it has a big and small button. So you have a small compartment that corresponds with the small button up here. And you have some place to store some stuff, tissues and stuff in the lid there. But right here is a little space to put some stuff, as a place for wires to go in and out here on the sides. Lift it up all the way, and this is where you'll find, notice it has a junk, it already has a bunch of junk in it already, but look at how far it goes down in there. This is a good representation of how much junk you can get in there, but look at that, it goes way down in there. And you also have a USB port for charging and a 12-volt power supply. Now this one will have a little battery on it. You can see what it looks like there, because this one stays on all the time. So even with the ignition off, that one will still be, you know, you can still use it. Now you can probably, you know, plug in your cell phone or something while you're going to the store and charge it, stuff like that. This one has places for the wires to go in and out here as well. Okay, so it has an auto dim rear view mirror, so you can turn that feature on and off. Right now it's actually auto dimming because I have the shade over the light sensor back here, so it's kind of a green color. You can turn that feature on and off with that button, and then you have little lights under here in case you need a quick light there. Your visors have mirrors but no lights. And taking the top off is, you have these latches here and there, and you have one here in the center, and you also have a, even if you open up the latches, you still have these things here you have to unscrew. So these are real long screws that unscrew the top to allow from the top. This is kind of like a safety, I guess you can say. You can also turn on your interior lights by pushing these little tap lights as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the visibility in the back. Not too bad. You got a tire in a little bit in the way, but you know, you have all the glass on the sides, the windows on the sides. The headrests aren't that big of a deal. Of course, you can fold the seats down if you need to. But yeah, overall pretty good. You can see over your shoulder on both sides. All right, there you have it. 2016 Backcountry, Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Backcountry. Really impressive Jeep. What really stands out to me is the bumpers in the front and back, the wheels, and then you have the accents here, even outside, but also here on the gauges, and the gloss black accents here, the floor mats, the matching hardtop and fenders. That's a big one there. So anyways, really interesting vehicle. If you have any experience with a Jeep like this, please let us know in the comment section. Your thoughts and experience and all that stuff helps out with people with making a decision buying a Jeep. So thank you for watching, and thank you so much to Vann, Underwood, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram here in Whiteville, North Carolina. I'm going to leave their contact information in the description, and they are the best, in my opinion, the best Jeep dealer in the southeastern United States, and they can actually, you know, deliver vehicles and stuff to you. So if you're in the market for a new Jeep, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, they can hook you up. So thank you for watching. See you next time.